Hi everyone, we will continue our discussions about blood. Today we are in part number 5. We will discuss about blood types and transfusion. Okay, so we're going to learn about blood groups and the compatibility during blood transfusions. Okay, for the blood groups, so far, there are two grouped blood type. The first one is called the ABO blood type. Okay, in this group, there will be 4 types of blood type. Okay, the first one is type A, and then type B, type AB, and type O. Okay, so there are 4 types for ABO blood type. The second group of blood type is called the rhesus or RH blood type. And for this blood type, there are only 2 types, which is type plus, okay, or rhesus positive, and type negative or rhesus negative. Okay, so there are 2 groups of blood type, ABO blood type and rhesus blood type. And when we typing someone blood types, we can perform both of these blood types. So at the end, you will be able to know whether the person is A plus, for example, or A negative. Okay, so A positive, A negative, maybe B positive, B negative, okay, AB positive or AB negative, and then O positive or maybe O negative. Okay, so a person can have whether A positive or A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, or O negative blood type. So this is the possibility of someone to have blood type based on identification from ABO blood type and from rhesus blood type. In the first group of blood type that is identified in 1910 is actually the ABO blood type. So this ABO blood type is based on the antigen, the presence of antigens in individuals' red blood cell. So remember, in the blood, there are several types of blood cell. The most abundant one is red blood cell. These red blood cells do not have nucleus, and these red blood cells actually carry antigen. Okay, so these antigens, if it is based on the ABO blood types, there are only 2 types of antigen, which is antigen A or B. Okay, so antigen A or B. It is really easy to know whether someone has A, B, AB, or O blood type based on this presence of the antigen on the red blood cell. If, for example, that person has antigen A, let's say antigen A maybe look like this. Okay, look like a triangle. Okay, so this is antigen A. Then that person has type A. So this is type A blood type. If, for example, okay, someone have the red blood cell and that red blood cell carry the antigens B, let's say look like circle over here. Okay, this is antigen B. Then the person has blood type B. Okay, so really easy. So if the red blood cell carry antigen A, then that person is blood type A. If that person, the red blood cell carry antigen B, then that person is blood type B. Now, if someone carry both type of antigens, so type A and type B, so A and B, okay, on their red blood cell, then that person will have the blood type AB, okay, because both antigen present on his red blood cell. So the last one will be someone that has red blood cell without any antigens. So that is clear, okay, smooth. There is no antigens on his red blood cell, then he is O. Okay, so his blood type will be O. So that's really easy to know whether someone have A, B, AB, or O. Now, how to test this? How to identify? So to identify someone's blood is we can put, okay, we can combine their blood with serum, okay, or antibody, okay, serum that carry antibody, okay, antibody A or antibody B. Okay, so that's how to test someone blood type. So usually that serums will be in the form of liquid. So let's say this is liquid that has antibody A. There is another liquid over here that has antibody B. Okay. Then when we put, let's say we have a plate, okay, and then we put a drop of blood in this, on this plate, okay, and then so we're gonna have two plates in order to test this ABO blood type, okay, and the second plate we also put a drop of blood, okay, so someone blood over here, okay, and then on the plate A we're gonna put or mix with antibody A. Okay, so we mix with this one. On the plate B, we're gonna mix with antibody B. Okay, and see what happened after about 1 minute. If, for example, in plate A, the blood is actually broken down, okay, it's not smooth blood anymore. It means that this person carry antigen A, because antibody A will always try to kill or destroy antigen A. So the same number, antibody A, the same letter, antibody A, and antigen A will always combine. So the antibody will try to destroy the antigen. So if plate A over here, the blood is destroyed by the antibody A, it means that this blood carry antigen A. Okay. So what does this mean? It means that that person carry antigen A. So his blood is A? Not yet, because we have to know what happened in the plate B. So in the plate B, if this blood also broken down, okay, is destroyed by the antibody B, it means that this blood also carry antigen B. Okay, so now you know this person's blood is actually AB because they have both antigen A and B. Okay, that's how to know the blood type. If, for example, plate A broken down, but B is smooth, nothing happened, then it means that this person has blood type A, okay, because only antigen A present over here, showing by this antibody break the blood over here. If, for example, the A plate is smooth, only B broken down, then this person carry antigen B and his blood is B type. Okay. If, for example, plate A is smooth, nothing happens, and B also smooth, nothing happens, it means that this person do not carry antigen. So his blood is O. That's the easy way to identify blood type by putting the antigens on the blood, okay, drop of blood. So this is how to identify the blood type, ABO blood type. Okay, so by distinguishing the antigens that present on the red blood cell. How to do it? By mixing with the antibodies, whether A and B. So we're going to use this also for transfusions, okay, because if someone gives the blood, so donor, okay, just for the information, donor, the one that gives the blood, is actually give the red blood cell. It means that this donor will give antigens, right? Red blood cell that contain antigens on it. Okay. Now the recipient, okay, the one that received the blood, will receive this antigen. It will receive this antigen. Now, just for information, if you have blood type A, okay, if you have blood type A over here, you will produce in your blood plasma, antibody B. Okay, so antibody B. You will not produce antibody A because what? Because you have antigen A. Okay? Your antibody, if it is the same, then it will break your blood. Okay, so if you A, you will produce antibody B. If your blood type is B, then you will produce antibody A in your blood plasma. Okay, if your blood type is AB, of course, you will not produce antibody because if you produce antibody A, your blood will be broken down. If you produce antibody B, your blood also will be broken down because you have antigen A and B in your blood cell. So this one, if you AB, you do not produce antibody. Okay. If you are O, remember O, you don't have antigen. It means that you have the ability to produce both antibody A and B. Okay, A and B. Okay, so from this information, then you should be able to know which one is compatible. Okay, so if donor, for example, A, it means that he gives antigen A. Okay, the recipient should be the one that do not produce the antibody A. Okay, who are produce antibody A? which is blood type B and blood type O. Okay, you see that one? So if donor A, then he cannot give the blood to B and O. Okay, because B and O produce antigen A, antibody A that will destroy this antigen A from the donor. Okay, if you are B, if you donor B, okay, if the donor is B, then you cannot give to recipient that produce antibody B. Who are they? Blood type A and blood type O. Okay, so if the donor B, then the recipient cannot be A and O. Okay, so if you are, for example, the donor O, okay, O. If the donor O, it means that this donor do not have any antigens on the red blood cell. So he gives the red blood cell without antigen. So who will be able to receive this blood type O? Who are the recipient going to be? Because the O blood type does not have antigen, then anybody can receive his blood. Right? So blood type O is considered as the universal donor. He can give the blood to any blood type because what? Because his red blood cell do not carry any antigen. Okay, now look at the AB over here. AB has antigen A and B, but do not produce any antibody. So what does that mean? It means that blood type AB can receive any blood type because he does not produce antibody. So the blood type AB is considered as the universal recipient. He can receive all blood type because he does not produce the antibodies. Okay, so this is the basics of blood transfusion based on ABO blood type. Okay, so again, we're gonna go back to the terminology. What is the antigen? Okay. Antigen is any molecules that evoke an immune response. What is the immune response? The immune response will be production of antibody. So antibody will be produced whenever our body receive antigen. So antigens can be anything, like maybe other people's cell, okay, like a donor cell, or bacteria, viruses, okay, they are considered as antigen. So whenever we receive antigen, then our body will produce the antibodies. Okay, so our blood will produce the antibodies that will destroy this antigen. Okay, that's the response. Okay, so that antigen. Now, what about antibodies? Antibodies are protein in the blood plasma that produce and reacts against the antigen. I mentioned before over here, whenever we receive antigens, maybe other fever cell or maybe bacteria, viruses, then we will produce antibodies in order to remove or destroy this antigen. Okay. Now, what is agglutination? Agglutination is whenever the same antibodies destroy the similar antigens. In the case of blood type, okay, the antibody A, okay, this is antibody A, will agglutinate or destroy the antigen A. Okay, so antibody A will destroy the antigen A, usually in the blood by process called the agglutination. Okay, the antibody B, okay, will agglutinate the antigens B. Okay, this is how it's worked. The antibody A will not destroy the antigen B because they have different structure. They are not compatible. Okay, so this is how the antibodies in the blood will destroy the antigens that enter into our body by clumping it, okay, by agglutinate the red blood cell. So when it is clumping and agglutinate, it actually will block the circulation of blood in the recipient. So the one that actually in the risk of death because of blood transfusion is the one that received the blood, because this process of agglutination will be happening in the recipient's body. Okay, the donor will be okay because the donor just give the blood, and then the blood enter to the recipient body. If it is not compatible, the blood will be agglutinate. Okay? It will be clumping, and it might kill the recipient. Okay, so it's really important when we perform the blood transfusion, the blood should be compatible. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna explain this again. Okay, this is really important about what is ABO blood type. Okay, now there are four. Okay, there are four blood types based on ABO group. The first one, of course, type A, type B, AB, and O. Now, what is type A? Remember, type A is based on the antigen that present in the red blood cell. The type A will carry antigen A in the red blood cell, on the red blood cell. So let's say we're gonna make diagram of antigen A look like a triangle over here. Okay. Now, because this blood type A carry antigen A on the red blood cell, so this is red blood cell, then he produce, okay, he able to produce only antibody B. Okay, so the antibody B will be look like this. Okay, it is not compatible with A, like okay, A look like triangle, and then this antibody may be curved like this. Okay, it will not fit with the antigen A. So this is type A. He will carry antigen A, okay, on his red blood cell, and he will be able to produce antibody B in his blood. Okay. Now, how about type B? Type B, he will carry antigens B, okay, on his red blood cell. Okay, so maybe round like this. And of course, because he carry antigen B, he will not produce antibody B. He will only produce antibody A. So look like triangle like this. Okay, which is this will be fit with the antigen A over here. Okay, so this is antibody A. Okay, now how about AB? AB blood type is mean that this person carry both antigens A and antigen B on his red blood cell. So this is B, this is A. Okay, and because he carry both antigen, then he will not be able to produce antibody A or B. So he will not have antibodies in his blood. Now, how about O? Blood type O, he will not carry the antigen on his red blood cell. It's smooth like this. Okay? And because he does not carry antigen A or B, it means that he will be able to produce both antibody A like this and antibody B like this. Okay, so this is the blood type AB, AB, and O. Okay, now how about transfusion? Which one will be compatible? So if the donor is A, it means that he gives this, right? The red blood cell carry the antigen. So the antigen A will be present in the blood that is given to the recipient. So the recipient should be the one that do not produce the antigen A. Who is produce antigen? I mean antibody A. This person and this person, right? So the recipients, the best recipient will be the same blood type, which is A. A should be the best because A does not produce antibody A. Okay, which the second best will be the one that also do not produce antibody, which is AB blood type over here. Okay, so A donor can give blood to the best one should be 2A, another A blood type, and AB. Okay, so that's the recipient for blood type A donor, which is A and AB. Now, how about B? If someone B, it means that he has antigen B in his blood. Okay, and then the one that receive should be the one that do not produce B antigen. Okay, you cannot give to A and O because O also produce antibodies B over here. Right? So who is the best? It's gonna be the one with the same blood type B because B do not produce antibody B, only produce antibody A. And the second best will be AB because AB, remember, does not produce any antibodies. Okay, so B can give blood to another B and AB. Now, how about AB? Hey, look, AB carry both A and B antigen. Okay, so this one cannot give to anybody that produce antibody A and also antibody B, which is blood type A, blood type B, and blood type O. You see that one? So what does that mean? It means that AB only can give his blood to another AB. That's the one compatible. So AB is a really stingy blood type because he only gives to another AB. Okay. Now how about O? Okay. O, remember on O blood type, he does not carry any antigen. It means that he can give to anybody because there is no antigen. So it doesn't really matter whether that person produce an antibody A or B or do not produce any antibody, they still can receive blood from O because O does not carry antigen. So O can give to anybody, okay? But the best one should be O, okay? A, the next one A, B, and then AB. Okay, so O, because he can give to anybody, O blood type is called the universal donor. Okay, so O is the universal donor. Okay, now look at this recipient over here. Look, in all column over here, okay, you see AB. So AB able to receive blood from A. So AB. AB can receive blood from B. AB. Okay. AB, of course, receive blood from another AB. Okay. And AB also received blood from O. Okay. So AB is present in any column over here. Right? So what does that mean? It means that AB can receive blood from anybody. So it means that AB is universal recipient. Okay, universal recipient. So he can receive blood to anybody. But AB only give blood to AB. So AB is kind of stingy because only give blood to AB. O is a very generous. He can give blood to anybody. So if you blood type O, the blood center usually will call you, okay, because they want the O blood type, okay, because O blood type can give blood to any blood types. Okay, that's the ABO blood group. Okay, this is just diagrams, how this look like. So let's say this antigen A look like this. Okay, then this one type A, okay, because carry antigen A, and he will produce, of course, only antibody B in his blood. Okay, he will be able to produce only antibody B. If blood type B, so let's say the antigen look like this, so carry antigen B, of course, he will only produce antibody A. Okay, that's the rule. Okay. And then AB, because he carry both antigen A and B, okay, of course, he will not produce any antibodies, because if he produce antibody A or B, then it will destroy his own blood. Okay, that's really logical, right? Now, how about O? O over here do not carry any antigen. Therefore, okay, it is logical that blood type O will produce both type of antibody, antibody A and also antibody B. Okay, so this is the diagrams, how it look like on the red blood cell and also in the plasma, whether they produce antibody A, B, or none, or maybe both. This is agglutination. Okay, so if, for example, the type A, okay, this is type A, is mean that he carry antigen A, and then give blood to someone with B blood type. What does B blood type mean? They produce antigen or antibody A. Okay, so when you mix this antigen A with the antibody B, then it will cause this agglutination, clumping. So A cannot give blood to B. Okay, B, if you are B, you cannot give blood to A, or you cannot give blood to O, okay, because O produce both antibodies. Okay, so again, the blood transfusions compatibility for ABO blood type, it is based on the antigens and the antibody. So antigens and the antibody. Okay, antigens presence on the red blood cell. Antibodies will be produced whenever we receive antigens. Okay. Now, what is the percentage or ratio of people with type of blood, ABO blood type in United States? Okay. So in the United States, the most abundant type of blood type is actually type O. Okay, so type O are the most abundant blood type in United States. What is the least abundant one? The very rare one is actually blood type AB. So AB is considered as rare in the United States. The most abundant one is type O. The second one is type A, and then B, and the least abundant one is AB. Okay, we already mentioned before, based on ABO blood type, type O is universal donor. Because what? Because, you know, donor is mean that he give the red blood cell. Okay, type O do not have any antigen. So it is safe to give to any blood type because there is no antigens over here, okay, on their red blood cell. Type AB is universal recipient because what? Because he does not produce any antibody. Therefore, he can receive any antigen, okay, any blood type, because no antibodies that will destroy the antigen. Okay, so this is no antigen, so safe to give to anybody. Okay, this is blood type O. Blood type AB, no antibodies. This means that safe to receive blood from any blood type. Okay, this is just the table to show us the preferred and permissible. For blood type A, the preference recipient should be A. So A give to A, that's the best. But A also can give to O. This is what we call the permissible blood type, okay, donor. B, of course, the best. The preferred one, give it to B, but permissible, give it to O. AB, okay, only give to AB, so preferable give to AB, okay. This is permissible, this is very least permissible, actually give to O. And O, the preferred, if it's donor, okay, if it is donor, okay, so it is preferable to give to A. Permissible, give it to O. If you are AB, if you are B donor, then it is preferred to give your blood to B and permissible to give it to O. Okay, if you are AB, okay, the preferred will be O, okay, I mean AB, and then O. So for donor O, you can give it to anybody. Okay, so you are the universal donor. Okay, you can give to A, B, and AB. Okay, if you are AB, prefer only A and should be none of here. You cannot give to anybody except AB if you are AB blood type. Now the second group, which is the rhesus or RH blood group. And remember, there are only two types. Okay, rhesus positive or positive blood type, and then rhesus negative or negative blood type. And this is based on the antigens also. Okay, so the antigen is called the antigen rhesus. Okay, RH antigen. So the one that positive is mean that his red blood cell carry the rhesus antigen. Let's say we make it square like this. Okay. The one that resist negative is mean that his red blood cell is smooth, no antigen. Okay, just like O before, no antigen. Okay. Okay, so this is the tables to show you how it look like. Again, if it is blood type positive, then the person carry antigens resist RH in his red blood cell. Okay, and remember the logical sequence. If they have the resist antigen, then he will not produce antibody. Okay, no antibody resist in this person. If he is negative, then there is no antigens in his red blood cell. Okay, and it is logical. If there is no antigen, it means that he will produce antibody. Just like O, right? O, they produce antibodies. In this case, the antibody is called the antibody resist or antibody D. Okay, now, how about transfusion between positive and negative? Okay, if you are positive, it means that you carry antigens resist, okay, or D over here. Then you can only give your blood to someone that do not produce the antibodies, which is another positive. Okay, so positive blood type only can give blood to another positive blood type. Okay, so, and then if you are negative, it means that you do not have antigens on your blood type and your red blood cell. It means that you can give to anybody. Remember, if there is no antigen, the donor can give to any blood type. So you can give to another negative and also positive blood type. So basically, the negative blood type, it is also the universal donor. Okay, universal donor. Okay, and if you see this is positive over here in the recipient, so the positive blood type, it is universal recipient because he can receive from positive or negative. Universal recipient. Okay, now if we combine between ABO blood type and positive, negative, or rhesus blood type, then the O negative is actually the real universal donor. Because if you have O negative, you can give to anybody, okay, which is within the ABO blood type and also within the rhesus blood type. So O negative is the real, okay, the real universal donor. Okay, now if we combine ABO blood type and rhesus blood type, then you should be able to know that AB plus, okay, so AB plus is the real universal recipient. So if you have AB plus blood type, then you can receive blood from any blood type. Okay? You are the real universal recipient. If you O negative, you are the real universal donor. You can give your blood to anybody. Okay, so that's the combination between ABO blood type and the rhesus blood type. Oh, this is what used to be happens in the community. So when husband and wife, they get married, and sometimes their baby born is actually dead because of the antibodies produced by the mother kill the baby's blood. Okay, so this condition is called the erythroblastosis fetalis, okay, where the father and mother blood is not compatible. Okay, and it is only happening. It is only happening when the mother has negative blood type. Okay, because what? Remember, negative blood type means her blood do not does not have the antigens resist, but he or she produce the antibody resist or D. Okay, so these antibodies will kill the baby if the baby carry antigens resist. It means that the baby is positive blood type. How it is happen? It is only happens when the father is actually positive blood type. Okay, so when the husband is positive blood type and the wife is negative blood type, very likely the baby will have positive blood type, and the mother will produce the antigens that will destroy the baby's blood. And at the end, the baby will die because of this condition. And it is called the erythroblastosis fetalis, or hemolytic disease of newborn, HDN. And in the old time, usually people don't know about it. Sometimes, you know, there is a husband and wife that they don't have the baby. Every time the baby born, they die because of this condition. But right now, due to the medical developments, the mother actually will get the injections from doctor or hospital in order to protect the baby from this blood destruction. So there is a way now to prevent this erythroblastosis fetalis. Okay, but again, in the old day, when people don't know, sometimes they confuse what happened with that husband and wife, why they don't have baby, for example, why the baby die during birth, okay, or in the during the pregnancy. Okay, this is what we call the rhesus incompatibility. And again, it is only happening when the wife is negative and the husband has positive blood type. Okay, now we're going to see the preferable blood transfusion between positive and negative. Again, if you are positive, so as a donor, okay, then you are actually universal recipient, so you can receive blood from any blood type. But if you are negative, you can only receive from another negative blood type. Okay, now we're going to combine the ABO and rhesus blood type transfusion. Okay, if you are donor A negative, for example, okay, so we're going to go here first because this O negative is universal donor, so he can give to all blood type. Okay, the AB positive, it is the universal recipient. He can receive blood from any blood type. Okay, so O only can receive blood from O. Okay, this is the table that maybe is easier to follow. Okay, so let's see over here. For this is the top one is a donor. Again, O, if you are O negative, then you can give it to anybody over here. Okay, so you are real universal donor. But if you are O positive, of course, you only universal for ABO, because O over here universal, but positive here is not universal. So you can check to give a check to the ABO blood type first. Of course, to O, yes, okay, and then A, yeah, yes, okay, and then B, yes, and then AB, yes, and then another check is from plus over here. If you see plus, then you check. Okay, so this is the compatible. A plus, okay, and then B plus and AB plus. Now, if you are A, remember, if you are A, just go for the A first, which is ABO blood type. So A can give to A, right? Of course, you can give to A, you can give to A, you can give to AB because AB is recipient. And then look at the negative. It is universal donor for negative type. Therefore, when you give to A, you can give it to A negative and also A positive. When you give it to AB, you can give it to AB negative and also AB positive. Right? Now, if you are A plus, look at for the A first, because A can give A and AB. So look at A and AB. Right? Now look at the positive now, because positive only give to positive. You cannot give to negative. Therefore, when you give to A, then only A positive can receive your blood, and only AB positive receive your blood. Okay, you see that? Easy. Okay. Now, how about B negative? If you are B, just look at B first. B and AB. Remember, AB can receive any blood. Okay, from the ABO type. So B, then look at B and then AB, right? Now, because you are negative over here, this means that universal donor, you can give it to negative and positive. Therefore, on the B side over here, you can give it to B negative, B positive, AB negative, and AB positive. Okay. Now, if you are B positive, look at the B first. B can give to B and AB. So B and AB, right? And because you are positive, you only give to the positive. Okay, remember, positive is recipient, not donor. So therefore, when you give B, you are B positive, then you can only give to another B positive and AB positive. Look, if you are AB negative. Remember, AB over here, it is stingy one. Okay, only give to AB. So just look on the AB side over here, okay, because the rest is gonna be incompatible, right? And then you are negative. This means that you are donor, so you can give to both AB negative and AB positive. Now, this is the most stingiest one over here, AB positive, right? If you are AB positive, you only give your blood to another AB positive. You cannot give blood to other people, right? Because you are only compatible for AB positive. You get this one? But the good thing, if you are AB positive over here, you can receive blood from anybody. Okay, so you are universal recipient. So this is the real universal recipient, AB positive, and the real universal donor is O negative. Okay, if you are O negative, you are the most generous person. You can give your blood to anybody. If you are AB positive, you are the happiest person over here because you can receive blood from anybody. Okay, I think that's all for blood type and transfusion. I hope it is easy to follow. And we done with the blood. We will continue with the next chapter on the next lecture. Goodbye.